I raised the alert on what was going on at Coonana Aboriginal community in Western Australia, which is not far from Kalgoorlie. It's about 160 k's. Now, the government actually shut down this community. What they did was, one day, all the children, all these government mob rocked up at Coonana Aboriginal community, and they said to the parents they wanted to take the kids out on an excursion to McDonald's in Kalgoorlie. So they said yes, they can go. When it was time for the children to be returned, there was 20 kids taken on this excursion. When it was time for the kids to be returned, they never came home. The government took them one way. They took them to McDonald's, they kept that word, but they didn't bring them back. And these kids didn't speak a word of English and were placed straight into white care. And then the allegations was that they were sexually abused. The same drawing card we hear every time they want to mine on a piece of land. They'll call out sexual abuse, remove the children, make it look legit. But what happened when this case went to the courts? There was no evidence of sexual abuse. The 20 children were removed. So then the government come along and they shut down the school because there were no children in the school. Then they come along and shut down the shop, shut down the petrol bowser, and then eventually they shut down the health clinic. That is how they are shutting down the communities. Then they'll come along after all of that on freehold land, mind you, Aboriginal land that is freehold land, out of jurisdiction to the government. They will go onto that land with bulldozers and bulldoze houses down. That is actually on freehold land. This is what they are doing to our communities. There are a few gone down in the APY lands already. Now, in Kalgoorlie, a lot of the Aboriginal people that were removed off Coonana Aboriginal community, a lot of them have gone to the fringes of Kalgoorlie and gone to literally in the bush. And what they call, there's a camp called Boulder Camp. There's no facilities there. There's no toilets there, no showers, not even a roof. And a lot of the blackfellas are sleeping in swags in the bush there. And they call that Boulder Camp. Now, the Kalgoorlie local shire have announced that they will shut down Boulder Camp. So all these mob that have been removed off community, now in the fringes, are also being pushed out of the fringes. But what we do know that Tony Abbott has spent on the last budget. Now, he did not spend any money on Aboriginal housing. What he did spend money on was more jails in the remote areas. So there's a new jail in Kalgoorlie almost finished. Half of it is underground. So this is the new Aboriginal housing they are offering our people, is jail cells. And they are underground. Meanwhile, they will make $1 billion a day profit off the lands in Kalgoorlie. That's how much they are making a profit of, $1 billion a day. And the best they can do is put us in a jail cell. That is what they are doing to our people. That is genocide. That is land theft.